everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. I am Brian Cartwright, and I am joined by Hyperlight Breaker enthusiast Rocky Hardy.
Wow. Yeah, that's me. What up?
I'm also joined by Hyperlight Breaker viewer Tegan Somerset.
That's me. I don't know what's happening, though.
Fair. Just before we started recording this morning, Rocky was taking in a little Hyperlight Breaker. And as I sat there watching the game, I was like, man, goddamn, the influence of Breath of the Wild on the industry is profound and deep, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Really is. And I don't say this as any kind of like aspersion on Hyperlight Breaker. But like you can just look at it and go like, man, like it's just woven into the DNA of games. Like even like if it's not necessarily adopting like a big ass meadow green aesthetic, which a lot of the early games that were like wearing that influence on a sleeve were. Even if they don't look like that anymore, you can just like look at like the way character movement is handled and just go, oh, okay, one of these.
True.
And this one's one of these, but as a roguelike?
Yeah.
Oh, man. With online co-op as well?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I think they recently added clans that you can play. So like you could just create a pervasive group of people that like play regularly and I guess communicate and hang out and such.
That was one of the most popular forms of dark sorcery on Breath of the Wild. Multiplayer modding.
Honestly, I like it. I don't know how big it's gonna be, but I've been hanging out, been having fun.
Well, I mean, Drifter was kind of a landmark game. I think that probably set the expectations for Breaker probably too high.
Too high?
Well, I mean, think about it, man. Like with a lot of those, like what I'll call like essential indie games. The essential indie games. Okay. Where did that like position the expectations for like the follow-ups from those developers, especially if they decided to continue working in like the same series? I know that like the expectations for anything which is like say Super Meat Boy branded is like sky high because Super Meat Boy is Super Meat Boy. I think this is like the same ballpark. Like Hyperlight Drifter is one of them. Spoken about in like cherished tones, like your Meat Boys and your Shovel Knights. Just taking a look here at the Steam reviews. Mm-hmm. It looks like the reviews right now are mostly positive.
Yeah, because they just patched
overall, it. Historically, it looks like there was mixed. Looks like it launched to lower review scores.
Well, it's not out yet. That's another thing. Yeah. Like, it's still in early access.
Yeah,
the devs are like constantly tuning. They're talking to people. It's effectively an extended beta test. Like, I think they're actually handling that part pretty well.
Yeah. I guess the problem I have is that like, and this is not a them problem. This is a people problem. Mm-hmm. Is that no matter how many times you tell people like, hey, look, this game is in early access. It is not done cooking. They say like, oh yes, I understand exactly what you're saying. Then as soon as you walk away, they'll go, and now I will judge this as a completed and fully released game.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I get that, like, sometimes people aren't listening, but also they are asking people to pay money for it,
That is I know we have talked about on this show in the past, like the push-pull and the tug-of-war of the ethics of early access. Like, when is early access okay? When does it stop being okay? how long can you be in early access before you're like, come on, clown ass, what are you doing?
Sure.
And like, I think that they're still well within the like, wouldn't think them sus window. As I recall, this like didn't even come out. Like when I say come out, I mean like enter early access until like I think it was this year, right?
Last year, but yeah, I think it was like
Oh,
like October. It was pretty late in the year, but it was last year.
okay. So it's not like this has been dragging on for years.
Right.
So I think that they're still within that like your true early access like window of grace where we're giving them the benefit of the doubt and assuming that they're pushing toward a full release. Like it's relatively soon that they're actually using feedback from the community in a meaningful way and tuning based on that. That it's. I'm trying to think of some of the like, the famous examples of like perpetually early access. Y'all remember how long PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds was air quote in early access?
7 years.
That's the one.
But I think like I don't remember. I have to double check. PUBG was in early access for 7 years, but it was also not a thing that they were asking people to pay money for up front. I might be wrong about that, but that's what I remember.
I know that wasn't true the entire time. I know that it was true for most of the time, but there was at some point in the history where there was a $30 entrance fee.
Okay. Yeah, I do. The $30 is clear to me, but like, I don't remember if that was like full release or some moment during early access. I don't remember that part.
It was some moment during early access, and I can't remember if going free was a response to Fortnite. I would need to check the secret text.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
The texts are disappearing these days. They keep burning them down.
Why do they do? I know I've brought this up before, but Rocky, I think you accidentally put a nickel in me. What the fuck?
That's okay.
Yeah.
I love it when this happens.
Like
I wish I could do it more often.
I just don't like, man. Like, look, what if we were to travel back in time to the actual Library of Alexandria?
Yeah.
And we could say like, yo, what if we could just burn this library down and replace it with a robot that lies to you?
That's innovation. I know it's
right.
not, but
First of all, the librarian would be like, what are you doing? What's with your shoes? Also, what's a robot? But what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Like I remember like the way the internet was pitched to us, like in the very, very early days when it was still mostly felt like a non-commercial space because like it was still mostly a non-commercial space.
Right.
And the pitch was, yeah, man, it's what's cool is everything here will be here forever. And it's like, that's neat. And for many, many years, that was true. And now, like, the two biggest like muscle outfits that control advertising on the internet, Google and Facebook, go around telling websites like, look, delete old indexed pages if you want to stay higher in our search results.
Yeah.
It's like, so they're like, so let me get this straight. I have to make my website worse in order to return higher in your search results. Yes, that's the true thing. Make your website worse, or we will deprioritize your search results, despite the fact that you're the best possible result for somebody's query. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like I have to wonder just like how much Wikipedia has to overcome in order for its rank position to exist. Like if you type Wikipedia into Google, like they're like, man, is there a robot that lies that we can prioritize ahead of it? No, unfortunately, no. Like Like it's too specific a query. Like, they just typed Wikipedia. Fuck. All right, fine. Return it as the first result.
Oh man, they're like, we're gonna get you one of these days, Wikipedia, and it's like, oh, we'll see.
I mean, it's true, man. Like it's amazing, like how many people are trying to come for Wikipedia. God damn, like
yeah, man.
Like Google wants a piece, right. Facebook wants a piece, Trump wants a piece.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, like he has named them multiple times as an enemy of the state.
Yeah, that's goofy shit, but fuck, Yeah. Donate to Wikipedia if you can. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, seriously, like 4 years I was like, come on, Wikipedia, what the fuck, the bag of fun. And like now, like I'm like, honestly, this is one of those things where I can say, like, tragically times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those. This is a very rare time where I get to do a little flex.
Let's go.
And be
Takes.
like, I've been donating to Wikipedia since like 2009.
Let's go.
I love Wikipedia. It helps me out so much. Worth it. Are you kidding me?
True.
100%. It's like, hey, can you give me like $2? And I'm like, yeah, I can give you $2. That's fine.
They're like, Tegan, we 100% guarantee that this is not a robot that lies to you.
Yeah, I'm about to give him like $40 this year. Jesus.
True.
For being not a robot that lies to me, which is invaluable at this point.
The bar is in hell.
The bar is in hell, and yet we are limboing under it. You know?
Yeah.
Y'all, I didn't. If I would not. All right, a game that I sometimes play in my brain is if I traveled back in time and I spoke to a high school version of myself.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, high school version of me, here's what's going on in the year 2025. What kind of shit would I say that I just would not believe?
Most of it?
And I'm like, hey, young Brian, the internet is useless now. Yeah, you heard me. People spend most of their time on 4 websites and they all suck. And the internet is now driven by hate. Like, meaning that, like, all of the 4 websites, their algorithms are designed to prioritize showing you things that will make you angry. Because they know that that's what will make you sit around the longest.
See, and again, that is a difference. Because when I go to a website, if it starts to make me mad, I just stop going to that website. I only go places that either bring me joy or bring me genuine knowledge. Like, and at that point, if I'm not having a good time, all right, I don't need to go here anymore. Goodbye.
And I would tell high school me, like, look, people have they have invented a plain text inquiry system for databases, but now people are so stupid that they think a plain text database inquiry system equals artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And the guardrails for the database are designed to lie and flatter people. Like,
yes.
Goddamn, man. Imagine if, Rocky, what if Excel told you that you were handsome? I mean,
honestly, that sounds like something that someone's been trying to invent since the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Like, this has been like someone's 30-year plan. Like, I just want the computer to be nice and subservient to me, sycophantic if possible. And like the texts are like, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? And like, now it's real.
Right. It is some fucked up hierarchical shit. It really is. Because it's like, well, it's like, I just want the spreadsheet to be nice to me. It's like, can we break this down? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's a spreadsheet.
Yeah, man.
And also, like, the demands for subservience do not equal niceness. God damn.
Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Small aside. Brian, do you have a favorite sauce?
A favorite sauce?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I gotta open the spreadsheet. Well, I'll explain the spreadsheet in a second, but ponder the question, please.
Yeah, is there any more specificity to this?
No. You're a gourmand.
You
What's
are
your
gourmand.
favorite? What is your favorite sauce?
Okay.
Sometimes the question is just about sauce.
Well, sure. Context is king.
Sure, yeah. I can give you some context. It won't help you make a decision, but I can give it to you. Would you like it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, I had an idea the other day because I've been thinking about stuff to do on stream, and I've had this idea of creating a channel point sync. People that passively watch the stream, they earn channel points over time, and generally people can spend them on little doodads that do some silly thing on screen. But what I've seen a couple of people that I like, they have created an event at a particular time that's just meant for you to dump your channel points and have a good time. That's the whole point of it. And so it gives people that are sitting on a bunch of points something to do with them. And one of the things that I want to do in preparation for another bigger project is create kind of a March Madness style tournament where I have a bracket and everything. And I needed to choose a cause or participants in this bracket. And I chose sauces. So I'm just going to have a bracket full of sauces and have people vote on what wins and what moves on in the tournament until we determine some sort of winner. There are a lot of sauces. This is not an exhaustive list that I have on this spreadsheet that we're looking at, but I have 132 sauces at the moment. And what I'll do is that I'm going to run a couple polls over the course of a month so I can reduce this list into an actual bracket, so that I can have the participants for the actual tournament and based on their popularity, where they will be seated in the tournament. The framework that I'm going to use to divide them, I'm going to have left and right be Eastern and Western sauces. And then I have 4 categories. I combined the flavor profile of sour, salty for these purposes, but sweet sauces, sour/salty sauces, spicy sauces, and umami sauces, of which there are an incredible amount. And so I'll run my polls so that I can both eliminate the ones that will not participate in the tournament as well as see the actual participants. And then build the bracket off of that, double elimination, because, everyone loves a comeback story. And then run that at the end of some month. That's the idea. That's the context.
So, all right, this is exciting. I enjoy this. I'm into this.
Great.
So I guess my first question is in your creating of an East and West division.
Okay.
Where does Australia live?
Ooh, that's a good one. Because technically, if I'm going off of pure geographics, I'd have to consider Australia an Eastern participant in this tournament. However, Australia, culturally is more aligned with the Western world than the Eastern world.
Is so much its own fucking thing, though.
Yeah, I hear that. I can respect that.
That's the weird part. That's the weird thing.
But I'm not entirely sure. You have an Australian sauce for me, I take it.
Well, I wanted to see if has Vegemite made it into the index yet.
I feel like Vegemite is a spread, not a sauce.
Here's the thing,
my
Tegan.
next question.
No. This is actually a thing that I've been debating a bit. I think spreads should be considered as sauces, but we get kind of messier. I think it would help pad out some of the sweeter sides of things for sure. But my current bracket doesn't really have a problem with that. But on my Eastern section, I intentionally included chutneys I only have like 4 at the moment, which I know there are more, but I've included mango, mint, garlic, and tomato chutneys. And also sambal is closer to a spread than it is an actual sauce. But I also would have to include, say, like Nutella. Um, if I were being like equal in terms of this like sweet and like sour stuff, or not sweet and sour stuff, but sweet on the Western division. I think Vegemite should be included, and I think I would include it as salty, but I'm not sure if I'd put it in East or West yet.
As a person who has recently consumed Vegemite,
Okay.
I would slot it under umami.
Okay, I can believe that. That's also fair. But Vegemite is not on my list. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it to the master list. That seems fine, I think, at least for the time being. But is that your favorite sauce, actually?
Oh, no, it's definitely not my favorite sauce.
Okay.
But it's one that has been in heavier rotation recently.
Sure.
Because it's got a diverse enough group of applications that you can like I have of late been using it 3 different ways.
Okay.
One, just like over crinkle cut fries.
Okay.
And 2, just a dash on buttered sourdough toast.
Okay.
And then a spoonful in black coffee.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think that this diversity of common uses points to it being a sauce and not a spread.
I'm not going to say that Vegemite's not a spread, but it makes a lot of sense to include it in what we're talking about when we're talking about sauce here. So, Brian, I have to ask you again, what's your favorite sauce?
Yeah. And now, like, that's where I'm stuck now.
Yeah, classic. I told you it wouldn't help. I mean, it's fun, nice to know and all that, but it wasn't going to bring you any closer to your actual answer.
That's true.
I actually got into some of the British sauces because they're named after people, and some of them places, but like there is just straight up like, well, I think Robert is actually French. There's a Robert sauce. The British ones I'm remembering, there's an Albert sauce, and I think there's like a Mary something sauce. There's a Cumberland sauce. I'm gonna let Duke it out. I hadn't heard of it before this research, but I'm gonna see what happens.
See here, where's the jerk representation? There's the jerk.
Jerk's and spicy. I'm considering it a Western sauce. I think that's the right thing to do. Actually, maybe I should look more. Like, I feel like my Eastern representation, again, is just much lighter. Like, it's about half as much. And, like, I think the issue is just exposure. And that makes a lot of sense. But, like, I need to dig into this, find out more of what I can do. But I think what I might end up... What'll probably end up happening is I'm going to run West until I get, like, a top 32. And then build a top 32 out of East and then run the tournament that way. So maybe there'll be like a preliminary like Western tournament before the Eastern like contributions. I'd rather not do it that way, but it is what I'm looking at the moment. Because I easily have a 64 out of Western sauces, but like I would be squeezing to get like a top 32 out of the Eastern sauces that I have listed.
Yeah, you want to have like maybe a play-in game or 2.
Yeah. Man, I also am still on the fence about marinades. I think I would get more out of marinades on the West than I would the East, actually. But like, I think I could flesh out if I include more spreads in like marinades, but I'm not sure yet. Like, I could get like 3 out of just bean pastes on like the Eastern side off the top of my head.
Do you have West African pepper sauce on here?
I don't actually. But I'm assuming that would land in spicy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna add West African pepper sauce. I'll add to the master list too. Wait, does it have like a particular name?
It is West African pepper sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see what it's got like a tomato base. Yep, there it is. Oh yeah, man. Goddamn.
Otta be bo or Otta din din?
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll just put them both in there actually. Get a twofer. Bibo Otta din din. Man, I think I'm gonna run but the idea is that like at the top of the month, which will probably be after this episode goes live, there'll be like surveys going weekly out of like basically wherever I can put a poll for Impossible Coin stuff, and then like run the numbers after that, like at the end of the week, like like I'll do like one flavor profile, like this is Sweet Week, and then we'll just run the Sweet Week polls for 7 days the following Monday or whenever it ends. Like I'll just pull those out, and then I should have like my participants and my seeds, and then I seed those, and then I move on, and then I'll do salty the next week, spicy and umami, and at the end of the month I run a tourney.
We take a look at the Eastern tab.
Yeah, sure, man.
Here, where is Peanut?
Teagues, if you had a spread that you wanted to add, what would you add?
I don't think I'd want to add a spread.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty happy with where it is. For
sure.
My main concern when we were talking about this the other night was dressings being included, because I wasn't sure dressings were sauces. Like some dressings are definitely used as sauces, but like I wasn't sure that was like fully exemplary.
I would call dressings sauces, and like I think the difference is that they're just sauces that are specifically meant to like adorn salads.
Salad sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Nico has opinions.
Also, like I straight up put ranch in here at the beginning.
You did, yeah. And that's why I was like,
Yeah.
Also, Caesar wasn't in there originally.
Yeah,
either.
We got Caesar in there. Yes, Brian.
God damn, this is so difficult.
Well, take your time. We have other things we could talk about.
Yeah. Like, this is one of those things where it's like it's tough to like reduce this to one because of context being so important.
Yeah, that's why I'm running a tournament for it.
Man, okay, like look,
I think Rocky's larger concern here is more that your favorite sauce is not included on this list, and he wants to make sure it is. You know, like if you have additional additions, more than one sauce that you think should be on this list and isn't, please add it now.
Shout outs to Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna let it fight. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, no. Like, no, seriously, shout outs to Cheese Whiz.
Okay. Like, unironically, shout outs to Cheese Whiz.
Legit, like, if somebody's like, "Hey, do you want a traditional, Philly style, grinder? Do you want this sandwich?" I'm like, sure. There is a quick test for that, which is what cheese is on that sandwich. And if the answer is anything except Cheese Whiz, they can just fuck right off. It's the way to go, because if you go to someplace like Tony's or Leo's in Philadelphia, like that's what's going on that sandwich. Full stop.
True.
Oh man. people are like, oh yeah, it's Swiss on there. We got the Swiss on it. I'm like, no, you don't. Oh, it's a sauce. You're putting a sauce on that sandwich.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, not the baconaise. Oh man. Okay. Now, if we want to talk about like, man, I'm really turning into like Stephen A. Smith here. Now, if you want to talk about your 5-tool player,
yeah,
right there underneath Cheese Whiz is a candidate for the GOAT.
Oh yeah, that's one of the mother sauces. You got to put respect on that one.
That's right. That's right. It's like, do you want mac and cheese or do you not want cheese? Like that shit is a linchpin sauce right there. Like there's so many stuff which is just like variations of that.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we're talking about bechamel.
Yeah. I think though, if I gotta be real,
okay.
If I gotta speak to like my heart, I gotta ask qualified questions, which is like how many different variations of, like, say, a salsa are you going to allow?
I feel like they need to actually like taste different. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I start chopping up like salsa picantes, like sure, this one might have a bit more like jalapeno or serrano in it, but like if the ingredients are still the same, like if I could make it at home and like I'm not going to compare like your mom's salsa picante to my salsa picante. You know what I mean?
Okay. But I guess what I'm saying is that, like, if somebody just puts down like a bowl of salsa in front of me, they're like, look, salsa.
Uh-huh.
Here's the question I want to ask them.
Sure.
Hello, good sir. Is that a bowl of New Mexico hatch chili salsa?
Hatch chili is different because, like, honestly, that's kind of the differentiating characteristic of various salsas in general. Just what peppers are going into it.
Yeah,
you know?
And like hatch is such a distinct flavor.
Yeah, it's different from serrano. It's different from jalapeno. Like, it's different for sure.
Oh, and like it's a young chili. Also, like there's lots of salsas which aren't smoked,
right?
And like hatched, good hatch salsa, has such a heavy smoky flavor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think at the end of the day, that's my top one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would just, we're gonna say hatch chili salsa because I don't know if there's like a salsa like salsa forward title for it. I don't know off the top of my head. All right, that works. I want to go back to to contrast our early access conversation we had a bit earlier. To talk a bit about Silksong, right? Like apparently it's real, it's happening, and it'll probably be out by the time this show comes out.
What, really?
Yeah, really? Dude. Wait, do you not know that, or are you saying you don't believe? Because those are different conversations.
It's don't believe.
Don't believe. Okay, for sure.
They announced a hard date and updated their Steam page for it.
Yeah, September 4th, 2025.
Man,
a bunch of indie devs pushed their launch dates to be like
we're
later
not fighting
in September or like out of September entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it for you so you can see this.
But I am actively looking right now.
It's live and direct, man. Like it looks like they're doing it this time. I mean, the people will know by the time this show comes out. but like, I'm not gonna say I believe. That's not the right word. Like, it's just like it's cool that it's happening, but like, if it doesn't happen on the day, I don't think I'll be like super surprised. It's not gonna ruin my day, you know. But like, for all intents and purposes, this looks like the real deal. And it's not just like the 2-minute announcement, not just like, you know, like a date on like a placard or whatever. They've given interviews, they've done the press tour. Like, this seems like it's going to be the day. If it helps at all, it does look like that they're interested in not just putting it out and then being done with it. It looks like that the team is still very interested in working on the game. So it looks like it'll also have a long tail in addition to like it actually coming out.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't look undercooked for sure. Like the footage that they showed and like the stuff that they've been running around with, it looks like a video game. Like one that is ready for the world to receive.
Man. No, yeah, okay, like this is definitely not gonna come forever.
Right.
And it, man.
I mean, I get it, dude. We've been lied to a lot like, about this video game. And like I remember when Xbox was like, we've got the Silksong exclusive. It's coming out this year. And like every Nintendo Direct for what, the past 5 years, you have a wave of people showing up as like Silksong, and like leaving disappointed. Like, that totally makes sense to me. I absolutely understand, but this one seems serious.
It's become kind of a bit, a joke.
It is a bit, 100%. Just like Animal Crossing was a bit for like its own 5-year span.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I'm glad that you called all the way back to like Phil Spencer again wearing a jacket over a t-shirt.
Yep.
We're like Silksong, baby. God damn.
Like there was a lot of, especially around this game, just people saying anything to try to, you know, materialize the game. But like, this doesn't feel like that. Like this very much felt like
that game's not a witch.
No, like this game, like ignoring its history for just a second, you know, not forever. The announcement that they did for this game, they said, we're doing an announcement in 48 hours. It has to do with Silksong. And then they did an announcement. It was a live stream. There was no talking voice, no floating head, no like cut to like a dev or whatever. They played pure gameplay for 120 seconds. And they said it's coming out September 4th. And then everyone and their mom was like September 4th, but like September 4th, 2030, right? And then like they updated the Steam page, September 4th, 2025. It just sounds like they're doing it now. They're putting up. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I'm trying to remember the last time like this happened.
Where they said, it's the video game, it's coming out.
Yeah, like a game which has been in like development for, you know, like 87 years, comes out and it's not just a disaster to try and like recoup some small percentage of excessive development.
I do think I feel like it's Animal Crossing. There might be a more recent example, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. But at least the story around Silksong, is that ironically the continuous hype cycle that Hollow Knight has had, I mean Silksong has had this whole time, has just gotten more and more people to try their already very good video game. And that has filled their coffers to the point that they could just make the game on their own terms. And it just sounds like they've just been having a good time making the game this whole time, and they just keep adding stuff and building out stuff. And then at this point, they're just like, okay, if we do this forever, we're going to be doing this forever. Let's put out the game. And maybe they are cash strapped for whatever reason. Maybe they do need an infusion, and this isn't a bad way to do it. But it seems like they're also committed to continuing to support the game for the foreseeable future. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what it.
This is not Rocky. All of the words have left my brain.
Okay.
You're flying a little spaceship around a great big giant galaxy.
You're talking about No Man's Sky.
Yeah, okay, this is not No Man's Sky.
Right.
Where Sean Murray got out there and was like, yeah, you can fly to other planets and make friends. And when the game launched, you could do none of that.
Right.
But eventually,
it got there.
8 years later, you could do everything they promised and more.
Yeah, actually, I think that's how that went.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy. Like, and the game just makes money hand over fist now, because now the game really does play like, quote, a forever game, a game you just play forever because there's so much to do.
Yeah, it's it reminds me a lot of No Man's Sky definitely did it first, but Cyberpunk has also arrived at that location where they very much lied about the offerings on hand. They didn't even say it was eventually. They said you can do it day one. They charged full price. It was a $60 video game, and people picked it up, excited for the new Cyberpunk future, and found out that they were lied to. And after several big patches over 2-3 years after release, it is lived up to its promise. But man, they really robbed a bunch of people at the start.
And this is where we wind back to our opening conversation about the ethics of early access.
Right.
Because in both of these cases, neither one of these games launched in air quote early access.
Right. They were just these are full price video games.
Yeah, they're like, hello, look at these full price complete video games. And if you don't flag your game as early access, then it's fair to say that your customers have the expectation of a complete experience.
Right.
Whether or not it's a good experience is a different question.
Right.
But the question of is this done? The answer should be yes.
Right.
Man. Crazy town.
Mm-hmm.
It also takes me back to, games with development cycles that people believed would not end.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15.
Man, fucking 15. That was what was that? A 7-year road? 8 even?
Yep.
I'm trying to remember. There was a tech demo. I want to say came out for the 360. Where they showed Noctis for the first time in a full cinematic, no gameplay. And they just let people dream about that for nearly a decade before the game actually came out.
Right, and it changed titles during development.
Yeah, that's right. It was Versus at first, wasn't it?
It was Final Fantasy Versus 14.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, the scope of the game is now so large, it is no longer Versus 14. It is now its own thing. It's now Final Fantasy 15.
They did put out an arena Final Fantasy game in between. They just stripped all of Noctis plus stuff from it, if I remember correctly.
Right.
And they also did put Noctis and Tekken during that time, if I remember correctly.
Right. Yeah. And they also during the development of that game, they changed horses. They had a lead on that project.
Right.
And they said, you know what, sir, it's time that you should no longer be the lead of this project. And
yeah,
what a mess. And there were definitely people who were like, yeah, you know what, I'll believe that this game is coming out when I walk into a Best Buy. I can see it on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I remember the end of the run up to the release of that game, when the Final Fantasy 15 movie came out in theaters before the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was some shit.
Yeah, and Kingsglaive. It's it's like Kingsglaive sets the stage for the game. And it'll be in theaters a month before the game. And I remember going to see Kingsglaive, and there being people in the crowd who were like, "Yeah, they're just doing this to buy time. Wait."
Yeah, that's what it felt like, man.
Yeah. And it's just like, man, Silksong is on a very special small list of wait, really? Like,
yeah,
the wait, really Hall of Fame.
Oh man, but yeah, man, end of an era. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen with like directs once Silksong's gone. You know, like I wonder if like their streams will just suddenly have 15,000 less people in them every time. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like congratulations, Metroid Prime 4. You are now in charge of the wait really department.
Oh, that's right. They said, didn't they promise like 120 frames per second on Switch 2?
They sure did. And
Okay.
They also said it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
And that is another case of like, I will fucking believe it. Because that is case of they were multiple years into development of the scrapped it and started over.
Yeah, they said, hey, we fucked up. We got to start over. Our bad. And it's just like, oh. Yeah. All right. I mean, good on them for, being brave enough to actually say it in public. But fuck, man. Like,
yeah. Like, that's all. Yeah, they changed which team was developing it.
Yeah.
That was part of like why Nintendo started to go more opaque on releasing details about like which team was handling what game's development.
Right.
Like, Nintendo has now gotten so secretive about which team is handling development of games. People will ask Nintendo, like, so Nintendo, who developed this game? And they're like, Nintendo. And it's like, no, we understand that. Which team? Nintendo did.
I wonder if that has to do with there's been like a huge shift with like Mario RPGs over the past like 10-ish years, right? Like the Alpha Dream, who used to make like the GBA like portable games, like Mario and Luigi's, no longer exists. They like collapse under the weight of their debts after like their second 3DS remaster title. Like they were like porting a game from DS to 3DS, and like that didn't make enough money for them to keep paying their debts, so they disappeared, poof, gone. And Intelligent Systems, like I don't even think Nintendo like returns their calls anymore. Like they did Origami King, and they were innovating, but they pissed off a lot of people who just wanted Thousand Year Door again. And like to be fair, when they released the Thousand Year Door remaster on the Switch, I haven't heard from those people in months. So I assume they're having a good time. But like, I wonder if like Nintendo is more secretive about the involvement or who's involved in developing what games to like shield like, or maybe not shield, but like obscure the public recognition of like their partners.
Man, it's okay. So like, and this is interesting because like, there are like weird cases of like studios which, for like lack of a better term, like I would call second party,
right?
Like
HAL Laboratories and
right, yeah, like companies which are on paper, like the reality is like yes, this is an independent company. It is not owned by Nintendo. It is truly a partner relationship,
right?
But they're also not out there developing on other platforms with other with other people writing checks to them. Like there's no like HAL Laboratory games for Sony, etc. Like
right.
They're very much like a client state of Nintendo, and like it's weird that they have some of those, but also like the level of secrecy that they have moved to in the last couple of years extends to their entirely wholly owned internal studios.
Right.
Like it was weird that it was breaking news like a month ago that that they figured out that the team that handled development on Donkey Kong Bonanza was the Super Mario Odyssey team.
Ah.
Like, people had figured that it was like a different team,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't check out now, because the team that the people thought would have been handling the development of a new Donkey Kong game is a team which is currently working on Metroid 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It seems like Nintendo is now moving teams' tasking around in ways that they have not done in decades past. Like, it used to be that, like, if you were on, quote, Team Mario, that was the name of the team. If you were on Team Mario, that what your ass did was work on Mario all the time.
Right.
Like, you're just like, okay, are we working on the next Mario game, or are we working on the Mario game after? But now that team works on like other like it explains why Donkey Kong Bonanza feels like a flagship game, because their flagship studio worked on it.
Right.
I just wonder why they're just being so like opaque with that now. Like, why hide those details?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something going on, on the mainland that we don't know about,
Oh man,
one thing that might come to mind, and I don't think this is like really comparable, but one thing that I've noticed is that mangaka in like Japan have been like there's like legislation that like protects their identities nowadays, where like they can write under pen names, and like they like it's not quite like excluded from public search. I forget like how far it goes, but it's like much harder to find out like who actually writes a manga besides the name that's printed on the book, and like personal details about them.
right.
I know some of it is related, or maybe just came into force or was noticeable during like the run of like a Jujutsu Kaisen, because like week to week the mangaka apparently had a lot of like twists and turns that genuinely angered the fan base, to the point where like death threats became a lot more common, and people were trying to find out where he lived, in addition to like having him moved around by like the company. But I don't know if that's like one to one. I don't think like Bonanza or even anyone in the Nintendo team are facing those kinds of threats, but I wonder if like the legislation that empowers that kind of change like may be like related to this.
Yeah. I also definitely like I wonder if it has anything to do with like the changes at the top, right? Like
Right.
we're still getting a feel. Like, it's taken years to figure out what like a post Iwata Nintendo looks like.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like there's definitely like a fundamental philosophical change to like have teams working outside of the franchise that they're assigned.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me like wonder, like, are we going to see a game which like obviously has like say deeply embedded Zelda DNA because of what team was assigned to it? What does that look like?
That could be interesting.
Yeah. Crazy times.
A brave new world.
I'm going to complain about something stupid and petty.
Sure, man.
For like 5 minutes. So I, like many people, have a phone.
Mm-hmm.
I have been at war with my phone for years now.
Okay.
And specifically the charging port on my phone. And it's a case of like trying to get the gunk out of the inside of the charging port. And you might say, well, Brian, wait a minute. You don't have like an OtterBox for your phone? the OtterBox has a lovely little like charging port butt plug in it, so that way you don't get stuff in your charging port while it's riding around your pocket. I'm like, no, I don't have an Otter. I bought this phone during the height of the ostrich years, and I never got around to getting like an OtterBox or case for it.
Okay.
And so like as a result, like when it rides around my pocket, so it does so without a case on it. Like I raw dog my phone.
Okay.
And what this has caused is that like now when I try to plug a charging cable into my phone, it's like, all right, look, Brian, you're gonna have to find the exact right perfect angle to get me the charging cable into this port. Otherwise, shit ain't happening. And there have been times where I will sit there with phone and cable trying to find the angle.
Oh, that sounds like the charging chip thing is bent.
Inside the port?
Yeah, inside the port. That's what it sounds like to me. That doesn't sound like a gunk problem. That sounds like you actually somehow bent the little chip on the inside and now it's not connecting properly.
Yeah. You might be right, Tegan.
That's a repairable, at least. Yeah. That's a pretty easy fix.
Also, as an aside, Brian, this will not solve your problems, but I wanted to share this with you because I saw this earlier this week. I don't know if you've seen anything about it. There's an iPhone case called a Game Baby that apparently is like a case that mimics the form factor of like not like 1-to-1, honestly, just kind of like facsimile of like a Game Boy like Pocket. It is weird that the L and R buttons are on the front, but it's meant to be a protective case that also functions as like a game controller that works with like the Delta emulator on your iPhone, so that you can like effectively use it as like a Game Boy-ish like emulation system. I don't know if you've seen anything about it, but I wanted to share it with you.
It's called Game Baby?
It is.
Let's see here. We're gonna get some first reactions.
It's linked right in this chat.
Mm-hmm.
For easy finding.
Like basically it stays on the back of like your phone, but you can kind of like slide down the buttons and then reattach them on the front and use it like a Game Boy-esque device. Like it came out like I think last fall. And I didn't notice it because I don't get like the iPhone like advertising, and I didn't pay too much attention to Delta when it happened. But I don't know. Maybe they have a higher marketing budget now, or maybe it's only okay. But I wanted to put it on your radar.
I have a similar yet different problem where my battery is just dying after 4 hours. Yeah, it's trash.
I remember I remember like Googling something about that after you told me about it. And I saw something and I forgot to talk to you about it.
The thing that I ended up seeing was that this is a known problem with the particular phone that I have. And basically I have to have the battery physically replaced. Yeah. Or just get a new phone, one of the two.
Battery's way cheaper, like on an order of like magnitude.
Yeah, the only problem is if I have to send the phone out because I need my phone to log into my computer at work.
Yeah, 2FA stuff.
Yeah.
You can talk with like IT about it. Like if that becomes like the way that you're going to do it, like it'd be better to have like a window in place, because I handle stuff like that. At least professionally, and it's usually what it is. It's like it's carving out a temporary exception, which is a thing that they don't want to do for XYZ reason for sure. But like as long as it's documented, it can be handled. They could just like change it from like the token on the phone to like email temporarily or something.
Okay, that'd be nice. because otherwise I'll just be SOL.
Yeah, and like, but that's what I mean. Like, possibly, but also that shouldn't happen with anyone that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, hi, I still need to work. I just can't have my phone for a week. What can we do here? And instead of doing that back and forth, it's like, hey, I need to be able to sign into my stuff without literally having my phone. I know there are other ways to do this. What are our options?
Okay.
Brian, are you still alive?
I am. Yeah. No, I try not to step on folks.
For sure.
But I guess two things happened. One, I was still thinking about my phone and the solution I ultimately went with.
Mm-hmm.
It also got a little distracted here.
Mm-hmm.
By Retro Dodo's offerings, because really, honestly, they're at the game news site which most directly targets me.
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
you want me to get tips on it?
What's that?
You know, Tips McGillicuddy. Like, he's the guy that sources our news for us.
Oh yeah, we should definitely get him on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and address that.
But what I ended up doing was when my model phone came out, when it launched, Apple was like, "With this model iPhone, we introduced wireless charging." And at the time when the iPhone 12 launched, the wireless charging port that was sold by Apple at the time of the iPhone 12's launch cost at the time $200.
Yeah, fuck
And
that.
so I was like, very much like, well, you know what? Fuck off. You're including a cable in the box. Like,
yeah,
why would I give you $200 to like stick a magnet on the back of my? And I guess I had just never checked in on how quickly the price of that technology would drop in the intervening years.
Okay.
And so I was not prepared to find out earlier this week that wireless charging pads for iPhones now cost $8.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's still love and justice in the world, turns out.
I mean, not much of it, but enough to get me a wireless charging pad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? If something bent up that hole, I really don't give a shit anymore. Because like I just stick the thing on the back of my phone and it just go. It just go. It's just a very small personal victory that made me happy.
Hell yeah.
Which is in contrast to my ongoing experience with the video game Hearthstone.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
You know, it happens. I get it.
Like I might as well load the game up, you know, and like when you load the game up, it shows you like the exterior of a carved wooden box with like 4 buttons on the front of it. And you pick one of the handsome 4 buttons, and then the box opens to the compartment that you've selected. They might as well have one of those buttons be labeled "Punch Self in Dick," because that is really what the experience of the game is now. Like, so they did air quote their big balance patch, and so now all of those quests that were useless before, right, are now so OP. If somebody finishes their quest, you're just fucked. I'm like, God damn it! Like, they're like, it's like they don't understand like the idea of competitive. Like, the idea is that the quests should be competitive. They should be able to compete against other win states. They shouldn't just be like, oh well, you know, as long as I finish my quest, you're fucked. Like that just. Again, like now, it's once again, it's solitaire again, and it's just everybody out here racing to finish their quest.
Right.
You know, it's like, I'm going to do my quest, and you're going to do your quest, and whichever one of us goes done first wins.
Right.
Just like, why? Just, oh. And someone recently found evidence in code in the game of introducing a 12th class, which they're about due for. But like that's only going to dilute the card pool at this point with each expansion even further. Um, like each class will be getting that much less support in order to support a 12th class. And like what like how in the world can it even like work monk? And like historically when they had their launches for new class, the one for Demon Hunter was a total disaster. Like Demon Hunter still hasn't even really fully recovered. And then when they launched Death Knight was so overpowered at launch that it took years for the balance to shake out of that class. Like, so I just like they've definitely demonstrated that they don't know how to launch a new class. And it looks like the new class that they're going to launch is Monk. And like I don't know. I don't know. It's a bad video game, Rocky. I hate it.
I'm sorry, cuz. That sucks.
Why do I play it every day?
I don't know, man. You want to race horses with us?
I should. Yeah, that's what I should.
Yeah, you could race horses. You could race horses. Did you know the horses are great?
Welcome back, TK.
I love my horses. I'm not very good at racing horses, and I'm having lots of fun.
Oh man,
They're
I
so
got
cute.
I got cooked in PvP this week.
I got cooked in single player this week.
Yeah, it's fair. Like it's kind of nuts, but like sometimes you end up having to fight against whales. It is what it is. But to be honest, it's not a Hearthstone replacement. It's just a different game, Brian.
I will tell you a game that I haven't played. I have been enjoying quite a bit.
Okay.
Merge Maestro.
Oh yeah. How are you? How is the vibe with Merge Maestro nowadays?
I'm really enjoying it. Like I have a small complaint.
Okay.
It's one that comes from our position of like accessibility.
Sure.
So like when they show like when you get the screen which says like, okay, here's your choices for like powers to select between waves.
Mm-hmm.
The text on each of the three choices is so small that like me, an old man, can't really read the text. Now hovering above, whenever you select one of the three choices, you'll get like floating boxes which explain keywords that appear on that card.
Right.
But it doesn't just reproduce the whole text of the card.
Right.
So you'll see like, oh, okay, like I was like, well, I guess this one has the words like revive, consume, but I don't know in what order or what context. I just know that it has revive, neighbor, and consume on it.
For sure.
Yeah, so I have taken to having like between waves when it gives me the option to like swap a power. What I'm doing now is I will screenshot the choice with my iPhone, close the game, then go to my photos and zoom in so I can read the damn choice. And I'm like, man, they can fix this problem just by having like scalable text size in their UI element.
Right.
Like the game doesn't even have a lot of text. Like it really, the only place where there is any kind of like meaningful amount of text is like those screens where you're selecting the stuff. And if they just let me set the text bigger there, like it would be a nearly like complete experience. But it's a lot of fun. Like I've just recently because like it always is when you're playing in classic mode, it's survive 15 waves.
Right.
And when you get to the end of the 15th wave, there is a boss. And like I've now like completed it a few times. I'm just trying to like find like combinations of powers to like optimize my efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of fun when you like can figure out how you can like chain effects together to destroy like 4 enemies with a single move. Like it's cool stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. What's it called? They have a Discord, so like you might be able to just like drop them a line about the scalable text. Maybe they know. Like they don't seem to be like huge, so it could be actionable. I am. It does look like they just hit 1.1 like 2 days ago. Like it just updated. I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. See if anything shifts.
What's going on with you, sir?
Jesus. I've been scaling back my operation a little bit. I've been studying for like this like work certification. I'm doing well, like I'm hitting my practice tests and everything. I'm taking my test on Labor Day. I let me see. What else would I thought it was a little funny that I took Monday to like just stream some Star Fox 64 because I love that game. Honestly, it's so good. And like the following, like 2 days later from fucking Gamescom, there was an announcement of a new game called Wild Blue that very much just looks like a modern refresh of the Star Fox formula. Have you seen this shit?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
I like it. I think I might. I'm definitely paying attention to it. Like I've already like set the the necessary like alarms if there's new Wild Blue news. But it looks good. I was a little bummed that in the trailer they didn't really showcase the lock on, like how it like ticks on the things, because that's like what I was waiting for, honestly. Because I feel like Star Fox 64 does that so well. Like it's such a reliable tool that you can just kind of like wear something down with like repeated taps. But like if it's something that's like one shot, one kill, like you can just snap it and then like hit the shot. But yeah, I've been mostly paying attention to like a lot of the Gamescom stuff. I'm also very excited about 2 games. Well, 3 games. 3 games, I think, in chronological order. September 3rd, Demon School's coming out, and I'm super excited. It's part of why I'm taking the test like on Labor Day. Like I want to, give myself something to run for. So once I get it, I can reward myself relatively quickly. Another is Unbeatable. Full title is actually called Unbeatable, a game where music is illegal and you do crimes, which is a rhythm game it's like a rhythm game, but also an adventure game. Not rhythm adventure hyphenated, like say like, I don't know, Kill the Music, which just came out, and Crypt of the Necrodancer for like a more like stable reference. It is an adventure game where you're in this town where music is legal and you do crimes, but also you have like this rhythm game with fully original music, and the music is very good. The trailers that I've seen like of the adventure game mechanics look good. It looks like they're adding a bit of like quick time events and like not quite action combat because that's what the music is for, but like a bit of like platforming and like fun tap things to do in between that I'm excited about. And then there's this game, there's a pixel art RPG that's coming out in the same month. They haven't given a day yet. Allegedly, it is a sprawling pixel art RPG made by a couple of janitors called Kingdoms of the Dump, which is where you play as the hero Dustin Binley, who is a trash can, who's traversing the world to like defeat the enemies of like the Dump Kingdom. And it looks like they're leaning so hard into the bit that it's going to be an all-timer. I'm very excited for it.
Oof.
Oh, also Absolem's coming out October 9th. If you want to play that with us, that's going to be sick, Brian.
I got to close this browser window. It's getting me in trouble.
Oh, you're still on Retro Dodo?
I am.
Brian, look, Tips is already picking up the new stuff. Like it's gonna be there. Like it'll be there when you come back. I promise.
Fantastic. Oh. Tegan. What's going on, Tegan?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
Nothing. I'm in a lull right now, gaming wise, until Wednesday. This upcoming Wednesday, as of recording. And then my favorite story of Seasons of game is getting released for Switch, and I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait. Harvestman Grand Bazaar is gonna be out for Switch. Oh my god. They've ruined one of the girls, but it's fine. They've changed her from a spring to a fall, and I'm not happy about it. But otherwise, this one's my favorite one, so I'm very excited. You get to run a little stand every Sunday, so like you can ship your stuff normally. You're like your produce. It's you're in the farm sim. So you can ship all your stuff normally, or you can save everything for Sunday, and then you run a stand in the Grand Bazaar, and you get to ring a little bell, and people come over to your thing, and they buy all your stuff. It's very fun. And the gimmick is everyone wears a funny little hat. I love the funny little hats. They're so good. They're it's like those like they're like those Dutch like pointy hats, you know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. And for some inexplicable reason on the 3DS, the theme song, the like opening credits theme song was I Saw Three Ships, like the Christmas song. And I don't know why. And I'm really excited to see if that's also going to be the opening song this time. God, what a delight. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm going to play the shit out of that game.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, I'm racing horses on the side. I'm not doing very well, but I'm trying.
Fucking up, Teeks.
Yeah. One day I'll be good at horse girls. No, I won't, but that's okay. They're cute.
I mean, you might.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think I'll be average,
Okay.
I'm not gonna like wail on this game.
Yeah, don't do
that. That's why it's on I'm only playing it on Steam, and I'm not playing it on my phone because I know how I am with gachas. Mm-hmm. And so like I will wail on the girls if I like the girls enough. But I'm not gonna do that. So it's on Steam where it's harder for me to spend money.
Right.
But yeah. I'm doing my best. I'm getting some B rank girls. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. That's about it.
I mean, that's how it starts.
Yeah.
You get B ranks until you get some inheritances and stronger supports and all that.
I've been stuck with like on C rank for what feels like forever.
That's right.
Tegan, B rank is an improvement.
Stop rolling on like the trainees and roll more support cards.
I have plenty of good support cards. I have an amount of the meta support cards that is like reasonable, and also the alternatives to whatever the meta is for that particular girl. Right. So I have cards,
but it's not just singles. Good. Like you need the LBs. Like it's like a 4 LB like Super Creek is not comparable to like 0 LB. Like they're completely different. Like it's like a difference of like 200 stamina by the end of a run. Like I'm not kidding. Like it's the support cards are what define the strength of your account. It's just what it is.
Hard.
I mean, I get it.
Oh well. I just want the girls. I want the girls. They're nice.
All right, for sure.
Can they continue to with this horse girl gacha game? Mm-hmm. Every time a real life horse dies,
I have great news. They have been doing that. Also, every time one of the real life horses has a birthday, they let you know it's their birthday. Post a picture of them eating a little carrot or something.
Actually, I remember Brian weighing in on like anime character birthdays before, and I don't think he was a fan, but I want to know if the anime girl birthday coinciding with an actual living horse birthday is better or worse.
I don't know.
They'll be like happy. They'll be like happy birthday, Haru, and they'll show a picture of the horse. They're like, here she is, horse time. He's very cute. R.I.P. Grass Wonder.
True, R.I.P. Grass Wonder.
Salute. Oh, it was the sad. That was so sad. All the little TikToks of the horse, and then Grass Wonder singing her favorite summer song. It's fine. I'm over it. I promise.
No, you're not. No, that's okay.
Listen, she's a good Hans. Also, the other thing that has been going on for me personally is the Pokemon Center announced a new collection recently, and it's called the Noodle Noodle collection, and it's all noodle shaped Pokemon. Which means I'm going to get some nice new Dragonair merchandise, which is very exciting for me. And also, Alex's favorite Pokemon, Dunsparce, is going to get some merchandise. Because he's a noodle. Oh, it's like Milotic and like Superior and, you know, all these elegant snakes. And then it's like, Dunsparce is also here. What a great guy. That's it though. I'm being very good. I haven't been playing any of my phone gachas recently or anything. I did download the Pokemon my yarn game thing.
Okay.
It's fine.
For sure.
It's fine, TM. I was hoping the brain puzzles would be a little bit harder, but they're not.
Oh man.
They're very easy.
I just remembered there is a mobile game that like I bought off itch years ago, and like I sideloaded it onto my phone. I still have the APK on my computer. I have not played it once, and I've been meaning to, but it's like one of those things that I like want to give my attention to. It is a visual novel called I Want to Romance the Mean Side Character. Which is a game that like I feel like was made especially for me, but I've yet to play it.
Oh,
I need to make time to play that, but I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I probably should at some point.
interesting. Why is this a game for you?
What are you talking about? I love mean side characters. I also really like extras, especially like in TV shows. It's a whole thing. I've always latched onto them and stuff. And that's always been fun for me. And it's just like, you know, now they're a romance target. I'm still mad about like Katawa Shoujo, how like you couldn't romance like the pink haired girl who's like the assistant to the president. Like I sincerely feel like they should be a romance target, and they're just not. And that's fine. But like, this is a game that specifically caters to that experience. It's like, yeah, main girl, I get your thing. Whatever. What's she about? That's
what's wrong with her?
Like that sounds fun. That sounds fun to me. That sounds great. But like, again, I haven't really done anything with it. And I've had it. So like, it's one of those things that like, I sincerely want to give my attention to it. I don't want to, I almost want to play this to the exclusion of all other things, but like, I'm not at that point yet. You know, that I'm like 2/3 the way through like 8,200 other games, and then there's still a backlog and all sorts of other stuff. And it's just like, I don't want to worry about any of that stuff when I'm playing. I want to romance the mean side character, but you know.
Well, and also there's like a bunch of games that were shown this summer are getting ready to come out, you know.
Yep.
Like the Moonlighter 2 got a release date. It's coming out like end of October.
Yes.
Which is crazy to me. Very excited about that.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin my fall.
What's up, Ryan?
You spent a lot of time with the first Moonlighter, right?
I got through the first dungeon. on the first one. And then I like stopped playing, and recently I picked it back up and I finished the whole thing.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, I don't know what's going on with this. Like, and then you were like, oh yeah, you didn't get to the end. You don't know about the aliens. And I was like, the what? Hang on a second. I picked it back up and I re-downloaded it onto my Switch, and I was like, what the fuck is up? And I did it. I beat the whole thing.
Hell yeah. I
like shop dungeon managers.
It's a good video game.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very good conceit also.
I can't wait. I also picked up a bunch of like other stuff to play. You know, I picked up Refine Self, that personality game. Not sure when I'm gonna play that.
It has like 20 different endings. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah. I picked up a game called Wave Tail.
Okay.
And I picked up something else that I'm looking through my thing right now to figure out what game it was, but it was a game that you were like, oh yeah, you should play this. Dungeons of Hinterberg. I picked up that too.
Oh yeah, I still think you'll like that, actually. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if you'll love it. Like I don't know about that, but I think you might get a kick out of it, honestly.
That's fair. But yeah, I'm excited about that. And then you also sent me that villainous not Fire Emblem game, and I'm very excited to play that.
Yeah, the great villainous strategy of Lily. The game that apparently some of the not Valkyrie profile, holy shit, unicorn overlord sickos. We're like, hey, this feels similar. I should tell people about this.
Yeah, and it's just like the whole plot is like she was framed for murdering the emperor, and she went, "Fuck it, I'm gonna burn this place down."
Brian, can I actually? I have to read this Steam explanation to you. The Great Villainous Strategy of Lily is a turn-based strategy game. Framed for murdering the Emperor, Villainous, Scarlet, and Lily fight the Empire as the first capital S streamers in history. Jesus. Capture every enemy and turn them into allies for a happy ending, or execute everyone and become the Demon Queen.
Doesn't that sound delightful? I'd love to be the Demon Queen. Are you kidding me?
And Steam seems to think that it is similar to Fuga Melodies of Steel, which is a serious banger. Everyone should play it. And Valkyria Chronicles, which is also very good, but only play the first and the fourth one. If you know, you know.
But play all of the Fuga Melodies of Steel games, including the third one, which is coming out.
Which you go to space.
Get in the mech, furries. Let's go.
I love that Fuga Melodies of Steel is just furries in a tank during World War II. For sure, dog. Second one, there's a second tank, and the first tank went rogue. And then the third one is they found the second tank, and the oldest boy is now tasked with the choice to destroy the world in teenage angst. And also, he's on the moon. And it's just like, we're going.
Also, he's on the moon. I love Fuga Melodies of Steel. It's so fun. I don't like playing it, but I like watching it.
For sure. Man, there's going to be a year where I just sit down and I do all 3 Fuga Melodies of Steel. Man, Brian, we've talked about the Soul Canon before, right? Like, there's no way we're still friends and we skipped that somehow, right? Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I just both of your audio just dropped.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So I feel like
that's okay.
I feel like I'm trying to play catch up on I know they didn't go quiet.
Brian, did we tell you about the Soul Canon in Fuga Melodies of Steel?
Right. That's the question.
No. Okay. So Brian,
is delightful.
Imagine in not Germany during what's effectively World War II, there's a village that's being taken over by the Nazis, right? And then a bunch of kids from the village run into a cave and they find some crazy super cannon. Like it's actually a super weapon that's in this cave and it's sentient and it protects the children. And so now they're on a journey to save their parents from like the concentration camp that they've been put in during World War II. That's Fuga Melodies of Steel, right?
I'm looking at this thing right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, right? Okay, but here's the thing. So like in the canon, like there's guns and like there's like the ability to like farm and stuff. There's barracks for the kids and everything. But every single fight that you get into in Fuga Melodies of Steel has an automatic win button. It's called the Soul Cannon. If you use the Soul Cannon, you win whatever fight that you're in. However, to activate the Soul Cannon, you have to put one of the kids into the cannon as fuel, and it will absolutely destroy them and remove them from like all entries of like the game. And so like you can win every fight technically, but it comes with the knowledge that you sacrifice the children in the game. And there's even like a special like ending where you get to the game where you've used the Soul Cannon in every fight, and like the last kid puts themselves in the Soul Cannon to win the fight and end World War II. That's not the canon ending, obviously. Like the canon ending is where you find a way to win every single fight without using the Soul Cannon. But man, dude, what a mechanic! And like the Soul Cannon just gets wilder as the game continues. I think in Fuga 3, you have the Mega Soul Cannon, which allows you to like destroy like bases worth of enemies, but all the kids have to go into the Soul Cannon at once, and they all say they're like tearful goodbyes, and you're the one pressing the button. It's so crazy, man. Fuga Melodies of Steel, dude. Like, oh man.
But Brian, in the newest one, they're going to the moon.
Yeah, they're in they go to the moon. Like you gotta click on. Like I know you're on Steam. Like just find your way to Fuga 3 or whatever because it's in there. And like they're in space. It's the dramatic like ending where like the oldest like boy, in hopes of like protecting the world, has decided that he's going to destroy the rest of it from the moon base where he is by himself. And so like the rest of the crew is basically taking the tank, like I think it's called the Tyrannus, to like fight their way up to the moon to basically talk him out of it and then save the world. You know, that's where we're at.
But don't worry, you can still use the Soul Cannon. Soul Cannon?
Yeah, the Soul Cannon is bigger and better than ever before.
Get in the mech, furry child. use your pure childhood soul as fuel to murder Nazis.
Yeah. Oh,
Evangelion wishes.
Yeah, God, dude. Like Fuga's been doing some shit for real. Like they've been about it. I salute them. Like shout out to CyberConnect too. I wish them well in their next venture. Because Fuga's done. They did their 3 games. They've done their time. Who knows what they're up to next? Oh yeah, you had like little mining adventure mini games in between, like when you were like riding the tank through the countryside and shit. God damn it.
I'll take games I did not expect to turn into a franchise for $1,000.
Yeah, that's fair. I hear that. I at first I looked at it and I 100% believed it was a joke, like in 2021. And then like I played the demo and I'm like, hold on, this is kind of gas. And then I played through it with a friend and that was a lot of fun.
Video games. Y'all, I'm just going to float this. Is this a podcast, or is there other things that we wanted to talk about before we wrap today?
What do you think, Jakes?
I think I'm good.
For sure. I'm willing to put a pin on this one.
Rocky, take us home.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. As you know, this is the Impossible Coin podcast. You can find out where podcasts are found. Also, we are soon to be on YouTube Music. It's a thing that we are working on. Please understand. The music at the beginning of the show is produced by our friend Big Sach. Shout out to Big Sach, a recent birthday and everything. I hope you're doing well, Sach. Hope you're doing big things. You can find his work on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSotchNJ, and his band's music at betweenrooms.bandcamp.com. Our logo was designed by Lauren Moran, still a miracle without explanation. But if you want to support them, you can find them on social media. And I believe they do also have a Patreon where they do the good work. We are on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Blue Sky, Tumblr, and Instagram. It's all Impossible Coin, no dashes, underscore, or anything weird like that. We also have a couple streams that we do throughout the week. I'm currently just doing Mondays. Tegan streams either on a Tuesday or a Thursday. You just got to be quick. But there's always a stream on Saturday, and that is Splatoon Saturday. I'm trying to remember. Are there other things I say here? I'm not entirely sure. Actually, if you are interested, if you can drop by, social media, you can find us on Discord, or even during one of the Impossible Coin streams, let us know what your favorite sauce is. Let's see if it stands the test of time. We'll be doing that on a stream in the future, so look forward to that. But yeah, that's us. That's the show.
Peace.
Bye.
Thank you for podcasting.
Thank you for podcasting.
No, thank you for podcasting.